Corey DEUEL and ROBB SAEZ. B-side action of the Don Weir Memorial 2024 edition. This is the third annual event. Looking forward to this match. Should be pretty darn good. I will post a link to the bracket here as soon as I find it. Just take me a second here.
Ooh, there we go.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Colin, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I've been looking forward to doing one of Rob's matches.
Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a good one.
I don't doubt it. Both fellas well over 700.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna get a better look at this. Are you on site there, Colin? Are you down there?
No, I'm in my office up in Chilliwack, BC.
Okay, yeah, I'm in Vancouver as well, but yeah, I wish I was down there because I think that they get a pretty packed crowd down there. It's probably a lot of fun.
Looks pretty busy.
Yeah. So where is this one? Because I mean, I know the A side semi just happened. Where's this one in the bracket?
On the bracket, I'm just there. I'm just looking at all the matches, but I believe it's the B side semifinals, or it might be the round before the semis.
This one's going pretty quick. This tournament, because I mean, you know, so many tournaments go late. But I mean, you know, it's what, 2:37 here BC time, so you know, probably will be done by what? You think 5 or something like that?
The tournament?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Just because even though you have few matches, you have a minimum number of rounds.
Right.
Right. So it depends. The rounds are going a lot quicker, especially when you get the stronger players, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think these races to sevens don't take more than 40-45 minutes for these guys.
Yeah.
I think we the last one I did was with Chris Reinhold and Tony Chohan.
Yeah.
And they went hill and it only took 37 minutes.
Wow. That's strong. See,
Who won this leg? Did Corey win or did Rob? I think Rob did, but I'm not sure.
That's close.
It could be just the distance. That you might have to relag.
That's close, man.
Because I mean, from our angle, it looks like Rob might be closer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also have a distance, like that.
He's turning the chalk diagonal because it's not that close. That's a relag to me. Wow. Come on.
They gave it to Rob.
Wow.
It must have been just a hair.
That's great. That's when you know you got the weight of the table. For me, legs are, you know, either you feel really proud about yourself or it's pretty demoralizing because it's hard to get it that close. But
well, especially because you probably haven't had too many shots on that table to warm up.
Yeah.
And you've got to come in cold and guess the speed of the table just by rolling the ball along with your hand for a couple of seconds, right? And like, okay, this is what that's going to do. All right.
Right.
And some people are really good at picking up the speed of the table quickly. I am not one of them.
No. I suppose this is a pretty big tournament. So do you think that they changed all the cloths for this tournament? Or no?
I don't know. They could have. It doesn't look very well worn.
No,
I would see a little bit of the wearing from the break spot.
Yeah,
right here.
I was down there a few weeks ago, and well, it depends where they're playing. This looks like it's upstairs. So I was playing downstairs, and they didn't look that old, but they look worn. But this looks pretty new. So these tables are probably running pretty quick.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is the time of year where they recloth them just so they have nice new cloth on these tables for the event. Right?
Yeah.
Great break.
Look at that.
6 ball already. Rob getting the corner ball, the head ball, and another one. Dressed up on the 2. He's got, even though it's tight to the rail, because the pocket's there, he's got room to cue underneath the cue ball and draw off that 2.
Think he's going to do that, or is he going to roll forward? No, he can stun it over. He can stun it over. There you go.
Oh, watch the side.
Whoa.
Ouch. That can be tough to recover from when you first start.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be difficult for Rob. He's a pretty seasoned veteran.
They're always weird, especially when your starting shot basically is like off a weird thing off a rail like that. That's awkward. See, I love Corey's the slide. I looked it up to see if I could find some. Apparently, it's just like conduit. You can get it. I think this was something that was actually it was sold, but it is like wiring conduit protector. And I've thought about buying it. Because I just think it's a really interesting thing. But you can buy it by the linear foot, like online, for really not much money.
I thought it was a pretty specialized piece. Oh, this is going to be unfortunate. Right in behind the 9.
Yeah. It is a specialized piece because somebody put their brand on it, but I bet you it's not that special. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, you can't get them anymore.
And he's going to scratch in the corner.
Oh, that hurts.
So Rob back to the table with an opportunity that I bet he did not think he was going to get.
Yeah, that's a messy first rack.
A little bit loose with the cue ball from both players right off the get-go, but
yeah,
still going to be under a minute and a half. It seems to go by so quick.
9 ball in these little tables, especially in a race to 7, man, it's intimidating because you have to win. Like, especially, I think these guys are alternating break, but I mean, at least it's not winter break, but I mean, the pressure to win is.
You have to hold serve.
You have to. Yeah. It's just death if you don't.
It's such an advantage if you can break your opponent's serve. You see what Corey's doing? He's checking the size of the balls.
Really?
See, the cue ball is smaller than the 8 and the 5. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
He had the 8 and the 5 on either side of the cue ball, and he's rolling it back and forth, and the cue ball isn't moving. Now, either there's a divot in the triangle, or the cue ball is a hair smaller than the other 2 balls.
So he's not going to change out the cue ball? Isn't that weird?
I don't know. He could go and swap out the cue ball. Do you have something on in the background of your audio there?
No, I'm just sitting in my office. Is it echoey?
Yeah, it seems to be echoing every time I talk.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you wearing headphones?
I'm not wearing headphones.
Oh, that will be it then, because the audio is coming through. My audio is then going through your microphone as well.
Oh, weird. Is this? Are we okay? Do you want to stop doing this, or do you think we can continue?
No, you just have to turn your volume down, I think.
Okay.
Might make it hard for you to hear me, and if you have a pair of headphones, it'd work a little better.
Okay, well, I don't, but that's something I'm going to have to probably invest in, maybe.
Oh, even just, Bluetooth earphones from your phone would work if you can connect it to your computer.
Yeah, okay.
Nice break from Corey, but he's not going to get rewarded with a look at the 2. 4 ball getting in the way. As we were talking about a moment ago, it's so important to hold serve. When you break, make a ball, but don't get a look at the lowest ball on the table.
Wow, and to keep your cue ball in the middle of the table. I mean, that's hard. I didn't see. Did he get kicked up?
I didn't notice it. He probably did. I can double check on the screen here. I'm just double checking with the YouTube replay. It got kicked by the 3 and the 4. But in general, you kind of want your cue ball to be in this zone.
This is an awkward shot. Like, what do you're lagging? Are you lagging your cue ball to one side of the other or the other? Like, you're not going to pocket. There you go. There you go.
Gotta watch this.
Stay up. That's nice. That's nice.
Is that 4 ball in the road? Or I think he can kick one rail at this and doesn't have to worry about the 4 ball.
Maybe, but even if he does, it's tight. I mean, it's easy to screw this up. Just a little bit of side, you can messed up. But then, it's easy to put this in and bury yourself below the 7.
Yeah, you have to play the 2 rails with some speed, so you come into that rail and then go right through it and back out.
I guess, or do it real slow. I mean, I would be, I don't know, I'd be almost lagging this. I mean, you just kind of drop. Oh, geez, that's not scared at all. Wow, I don't know what I'm talking about. Look at that.
The speed with that second rail kind of ensured that the cue ball would come through. Now you're not guaranteed to get shape on the 3.
No, but you got safe.
A lot less likely to not get a look at it.
Yeah.
If you play the 2 ball slowly, it's very likely that if you do miss, you'll just leave it right there.
Yeah. What do you do now?
There's not really any place to play safe here.
No, you just got to almost trade positions, bump it back up the table.
Because there's no safety here, you can kind of. I'm not sure if the angle's there, but you can play your cue ball off into the 8.
Yeah.
And Corey's just that aggressive type of player that he may go after this. Oh, he just thinned it. Oh, he saw the safety. I didn't. Look at that. Get right up in behind the 7. No, just barely.
Almost.
That is such a small target.
Yeah.
To play safe for. It's barely bigger than a ball.
Yeah, like he came in tight here, whereas I probably would have kind of tried to go in here. But yeah, I don't know.
Now ROBB might just try and play safe by rolling it in and then getting the cue ball into here and the 2 ball into there. He's not going to try and make the 9.
But then do you do this at speed in case you, because it's easy to, if you're either going to miss the 9 or make the 9 or you're going to leave the 2 sitting out. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Unfortunately, Corey can jump this now. That 2 ball didn't come off the rail far enough. It needed to be here.
Yeah.
Tough to judge though when you're playing it off the 8 ball like that.
Yeah, it's tough. And there's a whole thing. You're jumping over 2 balls at short range. You're trying not to hit the 9 with your jump cue by some kind of accident, and also making the 2 ball. That's I don't know.
It's not that difficult for those guys. For me, sure, but for Corey and ROBB and that caliber of player,
yeah. I want to see it.
He's actually probably, like, if he does take the jump on, he's now thinking about shape and can he miss the 4 ball and still come in for the 3.
I think no matter what, he's fine unless he scratches the top pocket or something like that. But if he makes this, I think he's golden. Wow. Okay.
And he hit it thinner than I expected. That's why it came short into this area.
That's a great shot. 5's still an issue, but the 9 is right there. So all he's got to do is sink these next 2 balls, and he should be good.
Yeah, the combination isn't that tough from there.
No, or the carom, right?
The carom would be not difficult, but I like my odds with the combination rather than the carom.
No, you're right. It just
depending on your position, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd carom this.
I don't mind the combination either. Probably safer with the carom because if you miss,
what am I talking about?
if you
No,
miss with the
I
carom,
think
now
you're right.
you've got separation between the 5 and the 9, right?
Yeah, I guess, but yeah,
Safer overall, but then it's more risky because it's a little harder.
yeah. See this right here, these shots are okay. So you got to hit that 5 ball. You got to make it in the pocket with some speed to get your shape on the 7. And yeah, this stuff is intimidating. These shots.
He's got a little bit of angle on this, so he can kind of pop it. You're not really loading up topspin, and you're just kind of letting it float to this side rail past the side pocket and back out.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna get lucky.
Oh no, I thought it was gonna rub off that cue ball. I thought he was gonna get a crazy rub off of that and still make it in the pocket.
Yeah, but see those shots, those exact shots, like in your head that's a make or break shot. It feels like that, even if it's not. But yeah, this is all over, or it should be. Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Odds are that we know the outcome of this, but like I said, at any time, anything can happen.
Zing, zing, zing. Okay, there you go. Nice. See, that slider must be like super, super friction free because he uses it with an open bridge too. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I have a graphite shaft, and because I have the graphite shaft and living down here in the lower mainland, it's quite humid, so I wear the glove with that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the extent of the regularly used equipment that I use.
You have a graphite shaft, not a carbon.
Sorry, carbon fiber.
Yeah. Okay. Thinking,
Yes,
wow.
sorry, misspoke there.
That was
old
That's
technology.
like old school Earl Strickland.
Old school Q-Tech. And that right there is why I like the template, because I am horrible at the wood rack.
With all the people complaining about rack mechanics and all that kind of stuff, you would think that I would have seen more people going and asking to check the other person's rack.
It's rack your own, and they're generally, you're not allowed to go up there and look at it.
I know, but it's rack your own, so you can theoretically you get someone like Corey or whoever they know how to leave with the right gaps in the right place or something like that.
Yeah, but if somebody starts making the 9 ball an inordinate amount of time, then they'll get called on it.
Yeah, I guess. Erase to 7.
It's been my experience that it's better for me to have a tight rack where everything's touching, and then I can predict better where the balls are going to go.
Yeah.
I start leaving gaps in there, and
oh yeah, I'm not smart enough to do it, but you hear stories about other people who are.
And there's that 8 in the corner.
Nice.
Cue ball's going to be right next to the 1, a little closer than he'd like.
That's short shape, man. Wow, that's awkward 2 ball. I think I see a safety coming up. I don't know how he's going to get through that 2 ball.
Might make the 1 and then play the safe with the 2.
Yeah, just bury the 2 and come back up table. Good thing this is a small table. He can get right over it like this. Yeah, safety coming.
Can try and bank that 2 straight up that way, and just let the cue ball float in here.
Right.
Maybe in there. That might not have the right angle for that exact
little
line.
Check spin, a little bit check spin. There you go. That's a smart call. That's a smart call.
Get that 2 ball all the way to the rail makes it even tougher.
Yeah.
Getting the 2 ball to the rail also takes away that 2 rail kick. Right, they come in behind it and they leave the cue ball there and kick the 2 ball down table.
Well, and this is dangerous because if you go behind it, you can get yourself stuck, and you can scratch in a corner pocket too.
You
How many
can.
times does that happen?
When he just about makes the 4.
That's an awkward
Wow.
4 now. You got to get it right in the back rail to get shape.
I would probably bank the 2 ball at it right now,
Yeah, maybe.
or bank the 3 at it. Depending on what you can do with the shape.
Yeah, because even if you got shape on the 4, you still got to get back to get shape on the 5, and which is fine, I guess. But yeah, it's so much work to get to the 4.
There is a window there, though.
There's a window, yeah.
And it's actually, if you could draw off the 2 into this area, then it's pretty easy to go from the 3 to the 4.
Yeah.
It's just can you get that position on the 3?
Over juice this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's got this. He's got this. He can zigzag into the position for the 4.
Well, he could also even break it out, or
Yeah.
make it,
Yeah, but if he breaks it out, then you got to get shape on the 5. I don't know. But no, yeah, he's coming around for it. He's got the shape. Back it out. Where does a 5 ball go? Maybe up to the top left, I guess.
It's probably the most likely scenario. He could draw this back out to the center of the table with a little bit of bottom right. No, he's just going to play it simple. He can cut it in the side or down in the corner. I like the corner from there. It still plays fairly large.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big 9 ball. That's kind of a pain in the butt 9 ball. I would almost want to zigzag it back and forth a little bit to get my shape. But that 9 ball makes it a little bit awkward.
Well, if you've got your tangent line here, then you know that that's coming back. So it should just be...
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like either you're coming off, either you're coming into this, or you kind of want to go. I don't know. Sorry, this is or you're bonking, back into the 6. This is a bit awkward.
I think he's going to take this to the side and try and hold it there, because I think there's room for the 6 to go between the 7 and the corner.
Yeah, don't get. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's perfect.
It's just either he plays the combination, or there's room to slide by the 7, and I can't tell if there's room. If he plays the combination, he's got to keep control of that 6, so he has another shot at it. The difficulty there is he's not going to have a lot of speed on the cue ball. The cue ball's going to get to the end rail.
Yeah.
And then where's that 6 going to end up?
Oh, that's ugly. That's ugly.
Bank corner.
I guess. Bank side? Maybe? Bank side?
Bank side is there.
It's there, and then at least you leave your cue ball sort of on the back rail, which also sucks. But if you miss the side, maybe you got a safety out of the deal. What's he doing?
He was looking at thinning the 6 and just cutting the 6 to here and bringing the cue ball over to the other side. But I think it's too close to the horn. He might have room.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Trying to use the 9 ball to play safe. It's going to end up a little short.
Still, if it's off the rail, you can jam a bank. But I mean, this.
It's Corey DEUEL. He's banking that in the top right corner.
Yeah, he is.
I think it's 2018 Derby City Banks champion.
Yeah, I guess he knows how to do it. If you're pinching it with inside, that should hold your cue ball too.
Banks is short.
Leaves it on the rail. That's not so bad.
But he missed it on the pro side.
Yeah.
Rob with a long, thin cut. Or does he just play another split safety and try and use that 9 ball again?
I'd be scared of this. I would probably do a split safety. Or just thin it and come all the way back down the table.
I think thinning it from there, and you might as well try and make it, because it's going to head towards that pocket. It's going to get a fair distance.
Yeah.
Because you've got quite a bit of angle there. It's not like you're cutting it in like 91 degrees or anything.
You need good eyeballs for this, man. You need good eyeballs. This stuff, this shot, I'm getting better at it, but it scares the hell out of me. Ha! Look at this. Come on. Come on. Come on.
It'll come about halfway.
Come
and
on.
It's going to be perfect on the 9.
He's done that before.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
Well
that's
done.
nice.
So a little bit of a scrambly third rack, but Rob has come out on the winning end of it.
That was a great rack. I like that one a lot.
Corey's break. All this action to you for the Don Weir Memorial is coming from the Golden Fleece Billiards in Everett, Washington.
You know what I really liked when I went to the Golden Fleece is their food. They got. Have you been there? Have you been to the Golden Fleece?
No, I haven't.
It's not. Where's the food from? It's from. It's not Ukrainian. It's not Russian. It's somewhere around there. Anyhow, they have like. It's really distinctive and it's delicious. It's just lovely. I'll have to look it up. I'll see where their food is from, but it's really distinctively delicious food.
As we come to expect from Corey, decent break. Not sure if he has all of that one. The way he's looking at what he needs to do to get on the 2 would suggest that he can see it and that he's not really worried about making the 1. He's looking to see where he needs to set up to make that 2-9 combination.
Yeah.
With the top spin on here, looks like he's going to go to the end rail and come back, trying to get out into the center of the table.
Keep it nice and straight. That's pretty.
He wants to hit 4 to slow down now.
Okay. That's tight work.
Definitely not where he wanted to be, but now he's got a problem. Can he play it and get through there? Can he stroke the ball well enough and short enough to avoid the double hit?
I'd be scared to death of this, but it looks so good.
I don't like his odds. I think he's going to shoot away from the 2, just try and send the cue ball up table and down in behind whatever it is that's on the right kind of behind where he's standing there, the 6-4.
These things, you kick yourself when these shots happen, because you had shape. He had shape for like 7 or 5 feet. 5 feet he had shape, and then he ends up here. He's got to be kicking himself. He's going to pinch it to the rail. No. What's happening? Oh, that's okay. So yeah, the food that they had there, which was really good, was a dolma, D-O-L-M-A. So it said ground spice turkey and rice stuffed in cabbage leaves. It's like a cabbage roll, but it's really distinctive and just it was gorgeous. It was really, really good. Yeah, Georgian food.
Sounds interesting. I'll have to try it next time I'm down there.
Yeah, I've meant to actually a few different times when I was going through that area. I wanted to stop in just to get the food and then just keep on going because it was unexpected and it was really delicious. So what do we got here? You just kind of try to kick and separate them? What are you going to do here? Let's try to get the 6 ball in between the cue ball and then the 2 maybe, I guess. Okay. It's not that
As
good.
long as he doesn't leave that 9-ball sitting over the pocket, he's not too upset. I mean, Corey's still probably going to get out this rack and tie it up
Yeah.
too, but
Yeah.
you just don't want to give him that easy win.
No, this is a good looking table from here. Oh, slow down. Do something. 50-50 right here. But he's still okay.
Now, cutting that in the side, and then he can bring it down either way around the 8, take the 4 bottom right, or 2 rails.
That's nice. I like that. I like that. It's got a easy access to the side pocket for the 6. 8's in the middle.
Might go to the end rail with the cue ball, come back out for the 6.
Yeah. Okay, keep the cue ball slow here. He's good. Just drop it in, pocket weight. No, don't.
Likes going to the end rail.
Yeah, okay.
You get a certain feel for a certain type of shot, and if you have to under pressure, you'd rather play it that way than change.
Well, you know what? Also, something which I found is because these tables, especially this table, probably is running a little bit fast. I've had a hard time slowing down my ball on tables with pretty fast cloth. You know, I'm up here in Vancouver, and I mean, at least the place I play on, you know, they don't change their cloth all the time, and it's pretty humid. So, you know, nothing rolls nearly as quick.
It can be an issue adapting to that speed, especially if you're not used to it, right?
Oh yeah, I went from Vancouver down to playing in Vegas, where it's just dry and air conditioned, and oh my god, I had such a hard time controlling my cue ball. It was really tough, and everything. It felt like you just barely had to touch things, and it just rolled and rolled and rolled. So, yeah, and we're not Mississippi, or you know, so that's a whole other kind of humidity.
Could be worse, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we got trees. I like trees and grass.
I was going to complain about the weather the other day, but I was talking to a friend of mine in Kentucky, and we had like 76% humidity, and his was at 94.
Oh yeah.
I stopped whining.
Yeah, and we also don't get, you know, cyclones. So my sister lived down in Mississippi, and every year was tornado season. It's like, yeah, they got their little closet down in the basement they go and hang out in. So no, I'm happy. We're good. As long as earthquakes don't come and get us eventually, we're good. Every time things are shaking out in the Haida Gwaii or Vancouver Island, I get a text from my mom asking if I'm okay. Go, no, we're still pretty good out here.
Yeah, there's not too many these days.
No. What's he doing? Oh, I guess
just practicing that bank that he knocked it a little short. Small player break, folks.
Yeah.
Happens.
Wait, what do you think? I mean, it's like, okay, we're 2-2. I would have went to the washroom beforehand. So you think this is strictly a mental break? I guess it is. It's just like
it really depends on the player. I mean, he could have just simply not thought about it, and then you get a couple games in, you're like, oh wow, actually I do have to go to the washroom. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Right. Or, you know, you get guys that deliberately do what you said. You know, they'll go before the match, and then if they get into a spot where they need a break or they need to disrupt their opponent's rhythm, they'll take it. And I don't see a problem with either one of those things as long as it's not abused and, you know.
No, I think you get one per match, right? You get one per match. I think you should. I don't know.
I think it's just one per match.
Yeah. So you pick your time, you take it, go wash your face, you know, get a snack, come back. So,
well, you know, you're not supposed to go shopping, right? You're supposed to go to the washroom and come back.
For me, I mean, hey, I need my sugar, and if I feel like I'm being stupid, I gotta stop and get a Snickers bar, come back. Okay, we're good. Let's go. I could feel myself getting progressively stupider as my sugar intake gets a little bit low.
Oh,
So I
so
know, and that probably doesn't say a good thing about me, but yeah, I've been in that position where you just realize you're just not, it's not right. You go, okay, I need to get something other than water, and take a little bit of break. Splash some water in my face to cool down a little bit, come back fresh. Now we can think.
see, but if you know that about yourself already, I
Yeah,
mean, that's good to know.
yeah,
And then just keep a chocolate bar or two on you on the day of an event,
yeah. No, you're right.
or buy it when you get there, and then you have it in your bag when you need it.
No, yeah, you're right. There we go.
Rack number 5. Watch the 8-ball disappear.
Bang.
1 ball got near that side pocket.
That cue ball got kicked about 5 times.
It can happen that way. It can
Yeah,
also get squatted right in the middle of the table and not get touched.
yeah.
It's amazing. I'm not sure he can see the whole edge, like the edge of that ball. He might have enough to bank it, but that's going to be pretty tight.
Yeah, it's awkward. I wonder if he can sneak his cue underneath that 4. No. Oh, what am I talking about?
He's got the bank.
Oh, he's out. Look at this table. This is a gorgeous table.
The 2 to the 4 can be tricky just because of the distance, right?
Yeah,
You
and
misjudge
because of the
you end
9.
long.
And because of the 9. But I think he can find his way around here. But that's a big 9.
And playing a ball that's that deep in a pocket, it can be a little tricky, right? You play this with any sort of pace, and it doesn't have time to let go of the spin by the time it hits that rail, and it kind of checks itself coming off the rail, and you stay up there.
Yeah. See, I'd be wanting to come, something like that. How do I get rid of that line? I forget.
Up in the top left corner of the screen, there's words that say clear cue ball and hints. If you just click on the clear.
There you
And
go.
if you want to draw a straight line, you can just right click and drag your line and then let go.
Right. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, no worries. Ends up a little short on the 4. Like I said, it can sometimes be difficult to judge that speed of a pocket, of a ball that deep in a pocket.
Would you come 2 rails out of this corner? It
I
help me.
would, just because I'm trying to slow the cue ball down.
Yeah, slow
Getting
it
that
down
4
and
ball
open
pretty
your angle.
thin.
Yeah. I don't think he is, though. Oh, wow, okay. Taking the scenic route. That's uglier than you wanted, probably.
He's got to worry about the side pocket here. If he's going to float this 5 ball into the top right corner pocket on your screen and get ahead of that 6, it's going to have a bit of a tough time. He may be coming in here.
This is ugly because it's right on the rail. Like this is the stuff that we're supposed to practice, but I don't know. I don't practice it as much as I should, anyways.
He's
Because
got to worry about that
things.
because he's on the rail
Yeah,
and he goes a little bit long. That'll
he's
work.
okay. He's okay. He's okay. Slight little draw. He's on the 7, perfect. He can choose his path. No.
Rattles the 6.
Oh, can he see an edge of it? I don't know if he can.
He's kicking at that 6.
With only 2 other balls on the table, hoping to get lucky.
If he could reach it, he might jump it.
That's an awkward jump, man. He's looking to kick it, and you're hoping to get lucky. You're hoping to either sink it or make a nice split.
Well, he'll play it with the speed that gives him the best chance of getting away with it, right?
Yeah, right.
So he wants to play it with enough speed that if it comes short, it just bounces to here.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
We're there. Yeah. See, even this sucks because this is okay. See, you got a bank on this, but now your cue ball's running down table. You know,
You can slow roll this. You can
okay.
cut that in, and
Right.
he'll
Oh, yeah.
pull the cue ball
Yeah.
before it gets to here.
Yeah, there is enough to cut. Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at the bank.
Oh, and he elected to play at 2 rails
That's nice.
to get almost effectively to the same spot.
Yeah.
And just drawing it straight back. Lands perfect to take a 1-game lead.
This is a slugfest for such a short race. This is, yeah, it's not run out central at all. Is that a Mucci queue? Is Corey duel with Mucci? I forget.
He is. He's sponsored by Mucci.
Yeah.
I think he's been with Mucci for a while now.
I think so, yeah. It's hard to know. These guys, they keep on getting another better sponsor from somebody, and then they switch over. But Mucci seems to have picked up a few players lately.
Looks like he's been with Mucci for almost 10 years now.
Hmm.
Just a quick search. Thank you, Google.
Commodore to the 5. Leave it sitting over the pocket. Try not to lose the cue ball.
You can do that. You just got to roll it slow.
Yeah. Try not to lose the cue ball.
He'll just elevate, jump to 3. This is pretty routine for these guys. Large. There's a very large landing area.
Swervy. He's got the swervy on. Don't get stuck underneath. I don't know. What are you gonna do here? Yeah, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. This is ugly.
Might be able to play the 2 rails. 2 rails, 2 in the side. Kick it in the side.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I think
That's not a very safe gesture though. So maybe into the rail.
yeah, don't scratch. Don't scratch. Maybe he can get it in off the 7. No.
Playing it down to the end rail, making sure he gets that cue ball out of the side pocket. Not a bad job.
Can he get the 7 off of this?
Fairly easily, actually.
Yeah, I think he can get the 7 as long as he gets a nice split. He keeps the 2 ball there.
The problem is, where is the 2 ball going?
Yeah. Oh no, that works too.
And just amazing control.
Yeah. That's nice. That's really nice. Just roll forward a little bit. You got 3 ball on the other side, 4 ball sitting there. This should be done pretty quick. A little bit far. He's okay.
He'll just run up to that end rail. Yeah, he may elect not to do that if the 8 ball seems to be in the road.
Nah, but you know what I mean? What I'm saying? I think these tables are running fast. I think they're both going that extra distance. Just it's easier than holding it sometimes. You pop off the rail a little bit. No, holds it. Yeah, a little back and forth. A little easy 2 rail for shape. So 2 rail, straight back. A little bit of 2 rail. 1, 2, down and nice. That's pretty. Even up.
Level at 3.
Do you know if Corey does anything else on the side? He's got like a regular day job, or is he just only play pool?
Nope. As far as I know, he only plays pool.
That's amazing. He's done that for ever. That's amazing.
I think he turned professional in 1999.
Yeah, you see him and Alex Peg and Lion. They're just basically, what, they're road partners, right? They're like just a couple, pretty much teenagers.
I remember reading a story about them keeping fast food shirts in the trunk of their car. They'd hit the local pool hall and not look like they could play.
That's excellent. That was back in the day before internet. Think about that.
I don't have to. I remember it. Chris Reinhold and Steve Lingelbach are 6'6".
Wow.
And it looks like Steve just scratched. So ball in hand to Chris.
Wow.
He'll decider.
Oh, it's raining balls. Oh.
And Rob
Yeah.
making everything all at once. Wait a minute, wasn't there a movie like that? Making everything everywhere all at once.
There was, yeah. This is not bad. Nice little drawback. This is a good looking table. You should make pretty short work out of this.
You keep saying that.
I keep saying that, but you know, he should, honestly. You see, this is nice. This is nice.
He's a little straight. He's got some angle, but he'd like a little bit more to move the cue ball around. I was listening to a podcast with Demetrius Gelatis and a friend of his, I don't remember his name at the moment, but another very good pool player.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the angle you needed to move the cue around, the cue ball.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to move the cue ball, you need to stay within that 10 to 15 degrees.
Mm.
But if you really want to move the cue ball around, then you need to be around the 25 to 35 degree range.
Yeah.
And then your ability to place the cue ball anywhere on the table seems to be... I could have those numbers wrong, but I think that's what I remember them talking about. It was a pretty interesting podcast. It was on the that other podcast that isn't sponsoring this event.
Yeah,
So
it's interesting.
Not Windows Open, but Windows Open does a lot of interesting stuff as well.
Oh, you think it back in the 90s. You look at the pool in the 90s and back in the day, you know, when they would over-explain everything. You know, this is but they would make a point of really explain to people that didn't know anything about pool that you couldn't just have straight in shots. It's like, oh, he has to have an angle, has to, you know, because of this, and yeah, you got to have an angle, otherwise you can't move anything around. You cannot move your cue ball around from one shot to the next if you don't have angles.
Your options are limited because you can go forward or you can go back.
Forward or back, but you can really, you know, going side to side is can't do that. So yeah. This is back in the day when they would highlight the where the puck is on for hockey around the same time.
Oh gosh!
Yeah, well, when the tables were, when the resolution was so bad that you couldn't tell what numbers were what on a pool table, so they would, you know, blow it up to maximum size so you can see what's going on. Oh, that's ugly. That's a horrible way to start off.
Has not worked out in his favor.
No.
It's gonna call a push and just let Rob deal with it. Where do you push on the table like this? I don't think going down that way is a good idea. Maybe he's just gonna push the 9 onto the 3 so it's not as much of a combination.
Yeah, that makes sense. Even this is kind of horrible. Can you come along where you kind of click this, these guys go this way, and come bring your cue ball back sort of in here, maybe? I don't know.
That's doable. It's a little risky with the speed that you have to play it at, because the distance from the cue ball to the 1, you really have to be comfortable with it.
You drag it. You just drag it with some low left hand. and then hopefully that'll squirt up here, and this will back in here. I don't know, maybe not, but I mean, as long as you can separate your cue ball and get it around here and get the one over here, I think you might be okay. What do I know? We'll soon find out in about 1 second. Okay, or you can just blast it and then do that. So he should have listened to me. I think I had a good plan.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what Corey's plan was there. I will say I'm probably not a good enough player to figure it out.
But I think we have an idea what's going to happen here, though. To me, this looks like well, maybe not, but I would be.
Rob's going to try and put him in handcuffs.
Yeah. Yeah, you can cue ball right there.
If he can, he'll send that one ball 2 rails and break up the 9-3 or 1 rail even.
Yeah, that's a smart shot. You got it, 100%. Yeah, this is ugly.
I think his best option is to just take that 1 rail shallow angle kick and hope you make the 1, or you might even get lucky and make the 1-9.
Maybe.
You don't have a lot of high percentage options here.
Yeah, if nothing else, if you hit it, luckily, even if you didn't make it, your 1 ball would go over there, and your cue ball would end up down here, maybe. Maybe. Good speed, I think. What do we do?
Good hit. I can't see what's happened though.
Yeah. Just
he's come out golden.
Yeah. That 3 was pretty big, but you just had to hit it at a nice speed, which is what he did. Oh, he can make the 1 here. He can make the 1 if he kicks off. Let's see if I can do a straight line. He can kick into here. 1 ball goes up there.
You mean playing it off the 9 and in?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and then your cue ball. I don't know. You don't want to lose your cue ball, but there's a possibility of doing it. If nothing else, you'll have something to shoot at. Oh yeah. What do you think? You want to clip that 1 and run your cue ball back down the table?
I think you can use a little bit of right hand spin here and get the cue ball
snug on the 9, snug on the 3,
up here.
Yeah, the cue ball. Yeah. Oh.
And
yeah.
leave the 1 there.
Better. That's a much smarter thing. Yeah. And you're using the 3 ball for breaks. I like that a lot.
To hold the 1 up and leave it in the center of the end rail.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, so you're going about what? About 1 o'clock English, yeah?
Yeah, about that.
Let's see, you're going about here. That still works. Keeps it awkward.
I don't think he hit it exactly where he wanted to there.
No. This is awkward. I mean, the only thing that I can think to do here is to try to bury the 1, because you're going to have a hard time burying the cue ball. As far as I'm not smart enough to do that. Like I would be inclined to bring the cue ball. I mean, I'm a crappy drawer, but somewhere in here maybe. But then you're kind of splitting the 1 around. But I'd be trying to put the cue ball down here, I think.
But the 1 ball will end up in the same spot, though.
And if you hit it, well, depends how thick you hit it.
I think to get the angle that you're looking at, it's pretty much going to go in the same direction.
Let's see. We're going to find out in half a second here.
He's going to play something completely different.
Oh, you're so smart. It did. Okay. Well, that was way better than what I had in mind.
Just went after the long bank.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was
Nice
the more
shot.
obvious thing to do. I don't know what I was talking about.
These guys see the table differently, though.
Yeah. Do you check this up and bring your cue ball back here, or do you go to the end? I think you almost have to check it up a bit.
I want to avoid crashing on the 9.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go anywhere near the 9. I'm assuming he's got this pocket for the 5. I'm assuming he does.
Well, I think he's taken another look at it, and I don't think it's clear. I think it might go.
Because if he doesn't, that's a whole other thing. I think it goes. So basically, you know, in that case, I mean, you want to be. It doesn't matter if you're on this side or on this side of the pocket line, as long as you're not like up here or down here. I think you're okay. That's one way to get it closer.
It's a little bump off the 8. I'm not convinced that it goes by the 6, but I don't think Corey would have played for that shape if it didn't.
Yeah.
Unless he's got a safety in mind.
I think he could do a little short draw and leave his cue ball somewhere around here, but we'll see. He's pretty good at these little pinchy things. Or you can do that. I guess it didn't go.
No, it looked really tight.
Yeah. It's funny. It really is hard to tell. I usually think that I'm better calls than a lot of the commentators on what can go, what can't go. But when I'm looking at this, I was totally wrong. He's gonna bank this.
Looks like it.
Yeah. No. Still safe. Still safe. Get behind the 9.
Well, he played the weight right.
Yeah. See, this is a pretty good, you know, I would be flicking this off and leaving this somewhere in here and bringing the cue ball back almost to, if you can bring it even back to here, that'd be great. But I don't know.
The only thing I don't like with playing safeties like that is I'm pushing the 5 ball closer to the pocket.
Yeah, well, that's true. But I mean, you're kind of counting on something like that. We'll see what happens. So now, okay, get behind the 9. Get behind the 9.
Leave the window. He's going to leave a window right between the 7 and the 6.
Yeah, no, you're smart. You're right. I'm wrong. You're right.
Just sometimes you play those and you see the end result and you're like, oh, that's a higher risk than I thought it was, I guess.
Yeah.
Needs that to keep coming. He wants to play the 6 in the same pocket.
Yeah.
This could be tricky.
Could be tricky, but you know what? If he clips the 7 a little bit, and if he doesn't overcook it, you know, he should still be okay.
Just kind of push the 7 towards the end rail and the cue ball towards that top side rail.
A little bit, you know, could end up being okay. That's okay. Well, if you can do that, well, that's a little bit much.
That's okay. And now he can just go 2 rails for the 8, maybe 3.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing there. There you go. That's pretty. I like that a lot.
And he's even got a little bit of angle to float off the rail.
That'll do.
He was a little straighter than I thought.
That'll do. Mr. Corey DEUEL, they're keeping it even.
Tying it up.
We're getting our money's worth out of this one.
Tons of fun. Tons of fun. I'll be back in just a minute. I just got to take a quick break here. I'll be right back.
Just a little tickle to keep it all tight. It's amazing. The longer these, and you know, we're getting pretty late into this tournament, so that head ball, where it sits, it's going to have a little bit of an impact mark from every time these guys break it. So unless you get it exactly on the right spot, it's going to tend to wander off. So you need to do that little bit of a tickle to kind of keep things tight. Let's see what he comes up with here. That's nice. Oh, he just, stopped his rock, but it's rolling out. And that's a little bit ugly. That's a little bit ugly. We'll see what happens here. If it was me, if it was me shooting this, I think I'd be playing safe of some kind. Maybe even just rolling up on that 1 and burying him behind the 7 if he's got the angle to do it. Seeing if you just got to get the 1 to the rail if you're going to do that. I don't know if he has room past the 3. But
Sorry about that. Just need to go get a little drink.
no worries.
Talk all day long.
Yeah. No, he parked the cue ball, but then things got a little bit funny. And he's not doing what I told him to do here. He's got it. Oh, okay. That's not what he had in mind, I'm sure, but it was ugly to begin with, so he was just making the best out of a situation.
I think he's going to look at this 2. He might
Really?
have the 8 here as well.
How's he going to get to that? How's he going to get to the 2?
Well,
Is he going to kick
play
at it?
2 rails.
Oh, man.
He can play 2 rails, and he's got a shot to make the 5 and the 8. Although I think that the 8's a little bit optimistic, because even if he hits it here, which I think is as good as it can, it's still only going to get to the horn.
No, you're right. You're right. Oh, I don't know what he's doing
He's
here.
going 2 rails.
Wow.
He's made the 5 in the side almost.
Colin, you're a smart man.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah, that was a good call, and that was a smart shot to do because of that, right? There's so many ways that could have come out in his favor. That was a really good call you did.
Thanks. He could have got unlucky with the 2, but it's worked out fairly favorable. Now, Rob will come 2 rails and try and kick this 2. It's a little tricky because you only have this very tiny little piece of the rail you're trying to hit.
Yeah, you got to be brave with this. Are you going to put a little bit of right on it, or no? You almost don't want to, but
this is, well, it's going to pick up some right hand spin coming off this rail on that angle, right? The cue ball will start spinning, but watch the 9. He could make it in the side. Oh, he
or that
flipped it.
Or that. That's what I would have done. I think that's probably exactly what I would have done. That was a scary shot.
With the small area that he had to hit, if he makes it by the 9, hits that end rail, comes up to click the 2, the 2 has a really good chance to go into the 9, and that 5 ball made the side pocket a huge pocket.
Yeah, no, you're right. In theory, you're right. In practice, I don't know how easy that was.
I love calling Corey's games because I'm a very aggressive player and don't play safe near as much as I should. I walk up to the table and go 6 banks over the light bar on the side. I can make that. I cannot make that. I cannot. But inevitably, I'll go for it just because I want to see if it goes.
Right.
And with Corey being a really aggressive player as well, it's kind of fun to see somebody who can make these shots.
Well, you know, honestly, like the best players, I mean, some of the best players to watch, I mean, the best track records, they're not scared, man. I mean, they're pretty aggressive.
I don't think you can be scared to play at that level.
No,
you just have to be
you gotta win.
Fearless.
Yeah, you got to win.
Long bank, maybe?
He's cutting this, isn't he?
Oh,
Ow. Ouch. I'm not sure what he was doing there because he wasn't getting anywhere near the 4 that way. I thought he was kicking in the lower left. I mean, cutting in the lower left. Or that's, I don't know.
with the 8-ball at the corner pocket, I thought he might go for the long bank, but
Yeah.
I'm probably attributing too much aggression to Corey, even though I know he's a great player, very creative, can bank like few other people out there. $150 people watching now. Welcome to the stream, folks.
Mm. This is a hell of a good match to watch. It's interesting. Everything's a scrap.
Huh?
Okay.
One rail or two. Probably two to come back out into the middle for the 8.
Yeah. Yeah, just keeping it easy. Oh, he's coming across. No, yeah, he's on the right side of the pocket line there. Then he makes it easy for him. Nice, clean.
And to get one up again. They're trading back and forth. Each guy is holding serve, winning the rack they breaks.
I mean, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink here.
Sounds good. Anthony, the bracket is posted in the chat. You just have to copy paste it into a new browser window. Rack number 10, Corey to break. Switching sides now, or did he break like this from the last time? I thought he was breaking from the other side of the table.
Yeah,
earlier.
I think he was.
5 in the corner. Oh, gets kicked by the 2. 7-ball will keep the run alive, though.
Ugly, ugly. The tree topped in the 5, and you got a whole line of ugliness here. That's not a nice start right there.
It's definitely a tricky one. Needs them both to go a little further just to get safe. Not far enough.
That was a really clever shot because, I mean, another player might have tried to zigzag it, but then that's just super risky. This was a really nice way to go about it. But I think he might have left it.
He has. Rob just has to avoid the side pocket this time.
Don't get too
Had one of
close.
those earlier.
You're okay. This is actually starting to dress up pretty good, honestly. If he can get down, get down in this area. Oh, that's a little bit ugly, but he can still get in on it.
He's all right there.
He's all right. It's just a matter of how he gets into his 5-ball to deal with this 9 to get out of the way for a 6. Okay, or you could just budge everything closer together. You can do that too, I guess.
It actually made it a little easier.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can hold the cue ball for the.
You think? Well, I guess you
5 in the
can
side
access to the 6 from like into the corner now, where you probably couldn't before. But then it's just a matter of holding your. You're gonna come that way?
Well, I'm just worried that he can't hold the cue ball for the 5 to the side, right?
Well, maybe. Or you could
He
just
might be able to.
right spin it, because even if you come into here, if you come here you can kind of nudge everything forward in this direction. Maybe. I don't know. I would be scared of going around the backside. You can get
It all depends on exactly what kind of an angle he has into the 4. I can't really tell. To me, it looks like it's kind of steep, and maybe I'd have trouble
I think,
holding it.
you might be right. It is a bit steep. I'd just be scared coming on the backside. Just bumps it. Okay. Now he's tree-topped again. That's tough.
Well, that was the danger of going into it, right? Is you can't really predict exactly how the cue ball is going to react.
Yeah, even if he would have clipped the 6 or something like that, it probably would have helped it a little bit, made it a little bit easier. But no, this is ugly.
If he hits the 5 a little bit on the our side of the table, then it goes towards the side, and he's perfect. So I get the theory.
I guess, but he's down here. I mean, good luck with that. That's tough. That's tough. And then your next ball's up here. This is. I wouldn't want to be doing this shot. I'm glad he's doing it. I'm just gonna talk about it.
Rob's going to take a few minutes or take a little bit more time to think about it.
See, if this was 15 years ago, they'd stop and go have a drag off their cigarette before doing this.
And pushing the 5 ball to the center of the end rail is not a bad idea.
Oh, that's pretty smart, actually, because it's like, okay, Corey, show us how smart you are.
I don't think there's any question as to that if there's a guy there that can deal with this position, it'd be Corey.
It's Corey, yeah. It's not somebody you want to be challenging.
Still, pushing the 5 to the center of the end rail forces Corey to come with a good safety or a good offensive shot.
You think he's going to hide the cue ball? I don't know. No.
Gone for the long bank, and he's made it.
What the hell? That's amazing.
But I don't blame Rob for playing that shot. He had a very low percentage shot, and he's forced Corey to make a great shot.
Yeah.
Nice execution from Corey.
Nice, easy roll, 2 rails out, perfect shape. What do you want?
Got to watch the speed of the cue ball here. He's going to hit the 8 thin.
Yeah. Oh.
And he's going to go 4.
Yeah. Or just do that. Or just do that. Come on.
Smart player, recognizing the difficulty in holding that cue ball short of the 9.
No.
And
but again, right?
And being able to move it all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Gerard, this is at the Golden Fleece in Everett, Washington. The Don Weir Memorial Tournament. This is the 3rd year they've had it. SVB won it last year, and he's poised to win it again. He's waiting for the winner of Tony Chohan and John Mora on the A side.
5-5. So whoever wins this is on the hill. So yeah, don't want to lose. It's raining balls. Is he going to get a shot? No. Maybe a little jumpy. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult of a jump shot. He doesn't have to go over the whole 4 ball. You're just jumping the edge. And as a matter of fact, he could draw this around, and might be a little tough to get back out onto the 4, but he's got enough angle. I think it's possible.
I'm always a bit shy when you get things like this, and it's just a little bit too close to cushions, and things can start hopping around. You really got to control your rock if you're going to be jumping. But this is exactly when you want to be. You want to win. He wants to take this rack. You want to be going into on the hill. So that 6 is a little bit ugly. I'm sure they'll figure something out with that.
The 6 just provides an opportunity to play safe.
Yeah.
If you can't carom it, and I think it's too close to carom, you might get an opportunity to play the combination. It's a little bit steep, a little bit off angle, but it's possibly there.
Yeah, I see a carom maybe.
And ROBB going airborne.
And
hits it a little full.
He leaves the cue ball stuck on the rail.
I don't believe that'll be a problem for Corey. He'll still be able to cut this in the side and come up and down for shape on the 4.
Go.
It's a little slower. Is he looking at trying to break that 6 out off of this?
I don't know. I think that's kind of...
It'd be pretty aggressive.
That's pretty aggressive. That's pretty aggressive. Like, I've been trying to figure that out, how he's going to get his breakout. I don't think they're going to break it out. But I don't know anything, so don't listen to me. But it's aggressive, and so weird things can happen. Hopefully he's got this shot. Maybe he can get a combination out of it.
He can see the 5, and now, of course, the combination is looking pretty good, but can he avoid hitting the 6 now?
Yeah.
To take the lead and break ROBB's serve.
See, and I mean, like, how many basketball games or soccer games or how many games are won in the last, in the last 10 minutes, the last 5 minutes? It's things like this that can separate the winners from the losers sometimes. It's creating these little opportunities where they just tend to win just a bit more. Yeah. Nice. Nice. He came at it from the backside. I like that a lot.
His first lead of the match.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was a pretty little kick.
I'm really happy I got to see ROBB play because I've seen his name on tournaments for years.
Yeah.
And he's always up there.
Didn't he had an epic match at this event last year with Stan at Taranjo, right?
Yes, he put Stan in jail.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, Stan pulls off this 2-rail cut down the rail, table length shot that just it's just insane.
That's Stan, right? Again, that's Stan. It's like, yeah. It's interesting. I know. I don't know. I'm sure there's science behind all this, but they went to these plastic racks, and I just assume that they're going to stay more square than maybe the wooden. I think that the wooden racks would get eroded and a little bit funky over time and whatnot. I can see the plastic racks are probably cheaper to make, and they probably stay more square and whatnot over the long time too. Maybe.
They wear out on their own as well, though.
Yeah, I guess.
I like the plastic rack because I'm not very good at racking, and I can get a consistent rack that way. Yeah. I also understand people that like the hand rack because it adds a variable to the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. It's good. I'm also lazy, so you know. So you gonna bank combo this too, or no? Or is he just gonna
I
safety?
think he's cutting it in.
He's gonna cut it. I guess so.
I mean, with the 2-ball in the corner pocket like that, your shape isn't as much of a concern.
As long as you don't, you know, hit any of the other random balls that are down at the end of the table and get yourself screwed up. But you know, you could do that. What's he gonna do with the 3-ball?
He can play shape for it over here and play it in the same pocket that he's taking the 2. You can just slide between the 7 and the rail out to that top right rail.
Wow.
He elected to go the other way. He's going to get really tight to it, though.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Oh, it's definitely not where you wanted to be.
I think he can just nip off that and slide his cue ball down here. That's a touch shot. But, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with this.
It all depends on what angle you have on the 3. Can he get it in there? Maybe.
Yeah, you need a pretty good nervous system to do that. Yeah, no. Oh, ouch. See, that's the thing. I think it was hard, what I was thinking, to make it delicate enough to just stop it here. You know, like you think you could, but I think when you're
Just to get it
basically, you have to make sure that you're touching the 3. You got to make sure you're getting it past. It's easy to screw that up, but it looks so yummy. You're just like, you really want to do it. You really want to do those kind of shots. Yeah. Think he's going to float in right about here? Where's he going to go?
He's got to watch he doesn't go too straight and come in behind the 7, but he's fine.
A little bit short, but he's okay.
Taking an extra walk around the table. That's something you can do if you're not entirely sure about what you're going to shoot. Just take another walk around the table. Up and down, back out to the middle.
He's good. He is good.
Believe it or not, the toughest positional shot would be from the 7 to the 8. Just because it's out in the middle, and I find when you have a ball out in the middle, you tend to have a tendency to fluctuate on your commitment to getting shape on it. But that might be just because of where I'm at in my level. Certainly doesn't seem to bother Rob.
Yeah. So we got a hill match, it looks like. We definitely got our money's worth out of this one. This is good. This is good pool. Nice.
Hill. Rob to break. So Corey broke serve, and then Rob broke it right back to level it up, and he's going to break in the last rack.
Yeah, see if there's the 90s. Be going off, having a smoke. Come back. Okay. Oh, they did go somewhere.
Quick little player breaks, so I'll run over the bracket. Chris Reinhold defeated Steve Lingelbach 7-6, so that was another hill match. He's just starting to play James DeVee, if they haven't started already. Tony Chohan and John Morris still at it. I'll see if I can pull that up. Maybe I can find out the score on it. James DeVee and Chris Reinhold. Chris Reinhold leads 4-1.
That's pretty strong. How old is Chris Reinhold? He's got to be like mid. It feels like he's mid-20s, like 26, 27, something like that.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
This young guy, I'm always amazed. These young, smart dudes, and this is what they're doing. So, yeah, if you can do something. Oh, we're back. We're back in business.
Okay, so the only other two matches going are James Davey versus Chris Reinhold and Shane Van Boning versus John Mora. Shane is leading 2-1 with Mr. Smooth at the table right now, Mr. Mora.
That man is Mr. Smooth. He just looks smooth. Like everything he does, it's just so controlled. It's so different. It's really different to watch. It's pretty cool.
Pretty impressive that he was able to switch hands a few years ago.
Yeah.
Natural right-handed pool player was developing neck and shoulder problems of some sort and had to switch to left-handed.
What I think is amazing is how incredibly dominant you can be with your vision. So he's very left eye dominant, which like someone like Albin Ocean is very left eye dominant. Earl Strickland also, I think he's right eye dominant or something like that. But anyhow, how much your line of your vision can be off of center, and you still make it work. And you have two perfectly good working eyes, but your dominance can be so far off of center. It's just amazing.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, but you would think it would be just right in the middle of your head, but it's not. It's yeah, it's amazing. And I think it drifted for him. It didn't used to be that way, but as the more he played, it drifted. And so when he started as a right-handed player, it wasn't really so much. And then as he grew or played more or whatever, it drifted and it became more increasingly left eye dominant. And so yeah, so eventually you play 10 hours or 12 hours or how many hours of pool every day, and you're going to develop some problems. Yeah.
And some skill.
Well, and some skill. Yeah, that too.
At least I'd like to think you'd develop some skill.
Well, apparently he did. Yeah. Yeah.
Last rack of this match. Watch the 4-ball go into the top right corner pocket. The 1-ball is going to come close to this side, if not in. We'll see if he can dress up on the 2.
Yeah, you're right. He just missed it.
Didn't make the 1, and he's going to get hooked by the 5.
Can you see
Might have the tiniest little bit of the left edge of the 1, but 7 and 8 are going to cause a problem.
Think he's going to nip this and come back across? I don't know.
If he can hit it on the way in, that's fine. But if he can only hit it on the way out, then no.
So if he did it real nice, he might be able to rehook him. Okay, he caught a little bit thicker and almost worked.
Yeah, but he hit it on the way in, right? He hit it on the way by.
Yeah.
If he comes back the other way, that's a little bit more of a different story, because now you're pushing that 1-ball
further
into a more open area than even just at the 3.
Yeah. Well, that works. That's a real simple safety there. That's nice.
Not only that, but it breaks the 7 out, so he no longer has to worry about a 7-8 combination. The 7's clear, goes to the pocket without any trouble.
But also, I don't think that 1-ball goes. So even if he jumps it, I don't think he can make it.
No, he's kicking at the 1-ball.
Yeah, he's kicking at the 1-ball, and
he has an opportunity to make it top right.
Yeah, he does. Hopefully, he doesn't scratch in the bottom right.
Always a danger when kicking.
Yeah.
He's going to try and hit this fairly full, so he doesn't do that.
Okay, that's okay.
That'll work.
That's nice. That's real nice. That's pretty ugly, actually. How are you going to get on this, Colin? What's your plans?
Depending on what he can see past the 5, then a 2-rail kick.
Yeah.
But you just with the distance that one ball is off the rail, you've got to watch this pocket.
It's tough that you can't. Yeah, you can't really come in this way. I don't think.
Well, that is there.
It's
just
there, but
gonna
like this is, you might nip this. You might nip the very edge of this 8. It is there,
Right.
and then at least you'd be running your cue ball up the table if you did that. That'd be one way to do it. I think I would, but the 8 is pretty big. If you come down into it, then you can you come down into it this way. Then at least your cue ball can split off this way, maybe. Or yeah, I don't know. It's ugly.
Yeah. See, Corey's looking at coming into that on that angle.
Yeah.
If he does that, he's going to have to play a little bit of right-hand siding on the cue ball to stop from coming out at that angle and come back at this angle.
See, that scares the hell out of me. That looks like a scratch to me.
It looks like he's going around the 5. I can't really tell. There it is. Great hit. And doesn't sell it out. That's a fantastic hit.
Let's see, he knows more than I do.
Now Rob might just bank the 1 and try and draw the cue ball in behind the 7. Play another safety back at him.
Can you get
Gotta
enough
be
of
careful
that
you
ball?
don't make it. You gotta be careful you don't make the 1 though.
Yeah. Can you catch enough of that? Yeah, I guess so. Can you
catch enough of the 1?
You can catch enough of it to suck it back into here?
Certainly.
I don't know.
He elected to go the other way, and it's worked out for him getting that cue ball in behind the 5. That's another nice shot.
Let's see if Corey knows how to jump.
Sorry, did you just ask if Corey DEUEL knew how to jump?
I mean, he's probably done it before. Let's see. Yeah, at least he's going off the rail. That's a good cheat. Boom. Boom. Money.
Question answered.
Money. That's nice. A little bit of back and forth. And thank you very much.
He hit that a little thinner than he wanted, I think.
Yeah.
Would have slowed the cue ball down a couple of revolutions. Should still be fine, though.
Nice.
Again, doesn't want it straight, though.
Kind of. Yeah, like this is kind of... Go forward with spin? Yeah, probably. I would, because I'm an idiot, I would be wanting to jack and back this up, but I think he can go forward with spinning and bring it out. If he has enough, which I think he does, he can bring his cue ball out there, and down here.
He's got to cheat that pocket into the right-hand side.
See, he's not scared. He's not scared. I would want to be here, but he knows he can do this. So I believe in you, Corey. You can do it, buddy. Money.
Just getting into a position. Wow.
He's keeping it interesting.
Hill, and that's how you end up getting shape on the 8. Got to bear down and focus, though. Well done, sir. To advance to the next round.
Swish. Okie dokie.
And Corey DEUEL will advance. He'll take on the loser of... Oh, no, it looks like my bracket hasn't updated. That's all. I think it's Tony Chohan.
Okay, I'm out of here. Thanks, Colin. Good job.
Thanks very much, Bill.
Take
You
care.
have a good day.
You too.
Well, that was an interesting match. Now we'll have to see what is up next. So stick around, folks. Follow EvoSports Streaming on YouTube. And you'll catch the rest of the finals from the Don Weir Memorial throughout this late afternoon and early evening. See you again soon.